I was pissed off and ticked off when she said she was leaving. Our loss is their gain just gives me a pain that seems so inane when all we want is just to maintain her magic, her soul, her injection of connection, affection to such a cross-section of ages and players, actors and slayers, filmmakers and shakers of scheming and dreaming. She has endlessly run from backrooms and boardrooms, rentals and storerooms, trailers and sound rooms, lodges and shelters, centers and venues, offering us up our community soul on a platter of gold. How does she do it? I know someone who are her most famous words. She can always be heard giving names of who does that, who has that, who can take it or store it, fill it or send it, deliver it, fix it, load it and drive it, design it or paint it, make it or leave it, find it or keep it, buy it or tell it, write it or sell it, teach it or spell it, build it or quell it, spill it and yell it and belt it on stage, which is such a great gift that keeps us engaged and on the same page, mostly. Need a plumber, a poet, someone who'll sew it? She's a connector of people with long-reaching tendrils, a weaver, web spinner, a knitter of people, crocheter of characters, knowing who will, who can, who should, who might, who won't, who don't, who shan't, who would, and who could. A diviner who draws out talents and skills of those seeking thrills from front stage to backstage and all stages between. From front of house greeters to techies and geeks, laborers, helpers, she ushers the seekers to niches with nary a speech. Ideas to action with structure and passion, behind the scenes seeking ways, finding means, pulling strings, shaking hands, writing grants, counting beans. Then moving backstage to watch all unwind, to let go of the reins and guide as we find, all of us pieces of a beautiful quilt, put together like pieces of unmatching silk. She holds court with us all, coming and going, meetings and parties for smarties and artsies, dressed up red and white for Canada Day, or in drag or dressed ghastly for All Hallows Eve. Summer sips and dips, I've heard, are a trip, but to have a good grip on the wine is the trick. A porch of Neil's veggies, a gaggle of grannies, 100 miles of arts, historic displays, Piggy Fest, Dog Fest, Whiff and Tada, a community center with theater space, a film camp, a mentor, sometimes a tormentor, but always at the center of our beating heart. I can do that. We hear the words exit our mouths like a reply to a siren's call. She gathers the offers from coffers for food, for ads and for printing, always so shrewd. People hours, bums in seats, production budgets, and volunteer lists are bandied about and roll off her lips. Like a maestro conducting the locals and trades, employers and aides, parades and brigades, in fact a crusade, invested in not just surviving, but invested in thriving, reviving, and striving to reclaim the all of ourselves. I remember it well. With the lights in my eyes on my first real big try, such a memory that stays right in my mind's eye, and again every time after that, I still hear it. Slipping in from the crowd, so dark, clapping loud, a distinctive yep! And so many since for every one of our bows. Oh, how I will miss those peculiar yips that just can't be zoomed or FaceTimed or zipped or put on a chip. An early adapter is what they might call her, reaching out to her lovelies on Granny TV, reading nightly to babes, her family who craves to have her as we have all these precious years, her daughters and grands, Robert still in her heart, so much to do, so much to start, look out Nova Scotia, she ain't no bit part. I'm not so pissed off anymore when I see we need to let go and we need to concede. Where she goes will become the luckier ones, and the shoes that she leaves are so large. But indeed, we are all that much stronger, much better and richer, so very much closer, connected, united, and only a FaceTime away. So, we'll lend our composer proposer, bulldozer. She's forever ours. And now we'll be the lovelies that she sees on a screen, reconnecting, refriending, enjoying her dream. Stay in touch, Brenda.